The night I brought my boyfriend home to meet my parents, my dad insisted on playing cards with some relatives. When he came back, he collapsed to his knees in front of me, crying. Not only had he lost $500,000, but he had even gambled away my boyfriend to my cousin. He slapped himself and begged me for forgiveness. However, instead of yelling at him, I helped him to his feet. Then, I took out the savings I'd set aside for my future wedding and the deed to my house. Let's gamble one more time. Maisie, this is my fault. I'll get a job right now. I swear I'll earn the money back. Dad grabbed my arm, tears streaming down his face. You old fool. How could you lose Josh too? Do you know how hard it is to find such a good son-in-law? Before I could stop her, Mom smacked him on the shoulder, furious. I'd heard of people gambling away money, sure. However, this was the first time a person was lost. My phone had buzzed earlier with a message from my boyfriend Josh. Your dad gambled me away to your cousin. Let's break up. He was so eager, probably wanting an excuse to dump me for ages. Now he finally had a legitimate one. Dad opened his mouth again, but Mom swatted him before a single word came out. Enough. You lost everything and you still dare talk? Then she patted my shoulder. You've always been a level-headed kid. I trust you. So, the three of us headed to my cousin Taylor's place. The moment she saw us, a smug, gloating smile appeared. Auntie Patricia, Uncle Paul, why are you all here? What, here to deny the debt? This cousin of mine had been trouble since childhood. She hated school and went off to work, having dropped out in middle school. I had even tried to talk her into staying in school until she turned 18. Otherwise, she would have a tough time finding a job. Unfortunately, she didn't appreciate my advice and even declared, I'm not like you nerds. Studying won't change your fate. She disappeared for 5 years. Then one day she came back a completely different person, wearing a tight miniskirt and heavy smoky makeup. She drank and smoked, pulling out wads of cash like it was nothing. My aunt didn't care what she did to earn that money. As long as Taylor brought home stacks of bills, she didn't ask a single question. I'd been warning my parents to stay away from them. However, when my aunt heard I was bringing my boyfriend home, she insisted on meeting him. So Dad took him over and lost everything. Dad glanced at Taylor and immediately lowered his head, silent. I stepped in front of him. Taylor, you took all of Dad's money, so today, I will play with you. Taylor looked me up and down, then snorted. You're a complete nerd. Do you even know how to play cards? I shook my head. Nope, I've been studying all these years. When would I have time to learn? I said openly and honestly, as if I were there just to ruin her vibe. Taylor rolled her eyes. If you can't play, then get out. Don't dirty our place. Though I may not know how to play, I do have money. And not just money, I have property too. I pulled out my phone and the title deed, showing her exactly what I brought to the table. Taylor froze. No way. Didn't your dad lose everything last night? Dad had always had a habit of drinking a little too much, and once he was drunk, he'd ramble about anything, which was exactly why I'd never told him how much I'd actually earned. Chapter 2. Now it was my turn to get impatient. What does it matter to you? So, are we playing or not? If you're not interested, I'm leaving. I gathered my things and turned to walk out, but Taylor rushed over and yanked me back toward the house. Of course we're playing. Don't be mad, Maisie. The three of us entered the living room. Josh was sitting on the couch scrolling on his phone. Come on, Maisie. You don't even know how to play cards. Aren't you basically just giving me free money? Taylor smirked. Then let's play something I can play. Taylor thought for a moment before saying, dice then. It's easy. If you've got hands, you're qualified. You at least know how to compare totals, right? I nodded. That works. Let's start. Then, I walked straight to the card table and sat down on the side against the wall. Oh, Maisie, you're challenging Taylor at dice? You've already lost. Taylor's the queen of dice. Even the pros can't beat her. My aunt and uncle stared greedily at my property deed, grins stretching so wide that their faces almost folded. Taylor rolled the dice cup in her hand, brimming with confidence. Maisie, this is your last chance to back out. It's not too late. I shook my head. No, I'm staying. I want to win. As I said this, my gaze drifted to Josh.